What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and today we're working on the 2011 Kia that I did the head swap on. And what we're going to be doing today is switching out struts. I'm going to show y'all how to do this. I've already done the driver's side, and also I'm doing the sway bar end links, but I want to show y'all how to do this. And one thing I wanted to show y'all real quick was check this little piece that I found on this tire. I'll have to show the customer that because it got in there deep. Still in there. So see what he says about that. I already have it up on the jack and the jack stand, and these right here are a hair different than what your normal struts would be like. Underneath here, if I can get this little cap off. Come on, don't give me much room. Oh, there we go. Right, here's this little cap over the nut. This nut right here holds it in place. You take that out, take this little isolator right here off, cap, and then you got to take off these two bolts right here. They're 19mm nuts, 17mm heads. You'll have a 10mm for your ABS line here and here. And I'm going to disconnect this 10mm just to take some stress off of this line, which I don't really like that it's so tight. Let me try to bend it some. There it goes. You have a little bit more room to play with, but we're going to take that off too because the knuckles are going to want to fold forward, and then you have to take off the sway bar end link, which we're replacing that anyway. And just as an FYI, guys, this right here, he did get used struts. I know a lot of y'all are probably going to ask, why do I let customers get their own parts, yada yada yada. Whenever a customer gets their own parts, I'll tell them I cannot warranty the parts because I didn't get them and I don't know the warranty on the part, so I can't cover labor costs and part warranty. And this thing does need rotors. I mean, it's got a bad lip on it, but this is a mail car. There's the used strut right there, and he did get it from a junkyard, so we don't know how much better it is than the ones that are coming off, but I do know the driver's side was hitting really hard whenever you hit a bump. So let me bring my tools over to this side, and then we'll get back to taking this off. Alright, so like I said, first thing I'm going to do is take all these little 10mm off right here. Little 10mm was a little tight on there. That did have a lot of mud and stuff on here too. Like I said, I don't know where they go as far as their mail route, but it looks like it's got a lot of dirt roads, or they go through a lot of muddy areas, which mail cars tend to go through a lot more service and stuff than a regular car, just because all the stopping and starting, you know, or not really stopping and starting, but stops that they do at each mailbox. Alright, we got all that loose right there. Now we're going to take this nut off, and then we'll take that nut off. I do believe these are 18s. It could be different on your car just because yours might not have factory. Might if I can hold on to stuff today. Yep. I'm going to use the impact. That's one of your nuts right there. And the head, like I said, the head of the bolt is 17. The nut is actually a 19, and I'm just going to use impact gun on those as well. I'll put the nuts back on here because I'm probably going to have to tap them out. Well, that one's moving fairly easy. The bottom one seems to be in there pretty good. Yep, they're rusted in there pretty good. Yeah, sway bar inlay was busted anyway. Let's see if I can go ahead and pop it out. May not be able to. Yeah, we'll get it whenever it starts to come down. So I'll take y'all up top and show you how to take all this stuff off. So here's your nut right here to take it off. Got a 17 millimeter. And they do give you just enough room to take it out. And once you break it loose, you should be able to thread it off. Come on. There it goes. And there's your little cap. Okay, now let's go back down underneath and we should be able to pull it out now. That's out, and as you can see, this boot was pretty busted and this knuckle's pretty wore out. Now we're going to take this out. Or maybe. Ooh, she is in there. I may have to get under the car a little bit. Oh. Alright. So, on the back of these, they do have little flat spots that you can put a wrench. And these right here, they are a 17. Here are the new ones. Where he got these from, I have no idea, but the part number says, or the part says TRW. It's got a part number on this. It says 785188083, but I will put up a link to one that I would recommend so everybody has it. Same thing with struts. I'll put up a link to a strut, like a brand new one. That way everybody has it, and you don't really want to use junkyard parts on something like this because they could be just as bad as ones you're taking off. But like I said, that's what the customer brought me. That's what we're going to put on. What I'm going to do is stick this up in here. And then I'm going to start the nut on top. Then I will start the knuckle in there just so we have it lined up where we need to. Then we can tighten down the nut on top. And let the axle hold it for a second. Just want to start these. Might want to tighten them down. Actually, we're going to go back up top and go ahead and tighten that one. The sway bar we're going to put on last. See how far down it is. We're actually going to use a jack to jack it up and get it to where it needs to just slide in, and then we can tighten it all down and torque it. I'm going to try to line up the shadow marks back where they were. Make sure I turn my ratchet back to the on position. Okay. Nope, don't do that. I know I ain't got enough bite on here. Alright. Could not find a torque spec for this right here anywhere. So if anybody knows what it could possibly be, put it down in the comment section if you happen to know. That way it can help some of the other people out. But I searched all over Protoman and could not find it. The only torque specs I could find was for the sway bar end link and for the strut mounting bolts to the knuckle. Now we're going to torque these two nuts down right here. They torque to 115 foot-pounds. At this point, the bolt shouldn't spin. All right. Got that torqued. Move all this out of the way. And we're going to put our jack under the tire, or under the control arm, and then we're going to jack it up to where we can put the sway bar end link in. So we got sway bar torqued down to 85, knuckle bolts and nuts are 115. I went ahead and torqued the top strut bolt to 80 just to have it torqued down to some kind of spec, just because I do not know what the spec is. And if anybody knows, please leave it in the comment section for everybody who's doing this, so we can kind of have a general idea of what it should be. Like I said, I torqued it to 80 just to be safe and just to have some kind of torque specs, because it's a 17 millimeter nut, so, and this is a 18 millimeter, and I kind of went off of that just because that one was 85, so I made the other one 80. And I did go back and torque the driver's side as well after I had pressure on it, but I'm going to check it one more time after I have the car down on here, just to make sure that it does tighten down to 80. But this is going to conclude the video. If you got any questions, comments, leave it in the comment section. I know y'all probably going to light up that with the used parts. Do not warranty anything used unless I know, or any parts that somebody brings unless I know they're good quality parts. And please let me know what y'all think about that, you know, because I'm not sure if these struts are going to last as long as the other ones, or if they're even as good as the other ones, because they are junkyard struts too. But if you liked the video, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you haven't already. And if you didn't, you know, there's more content. Check that out. You might find something else that you like. And as always, guys, remember, torque this tight, and y'all have a great day.